Alright guys, back here in the video. This time we're going to be going over a draft box for deck. You can also play this deck in different ways, so I wanted to, I'm going to show those at the end of the deck profile, so stay tuned. Also, if you haven't checked out my recent videos, I have posted a bunch of them on my channel, and I also have an intro now, which is cool, but we're going to keep editing the intro as we go and try to find a better one. But it's pretty decent for a start, and I appreciate my buddy Ryan for making that for me. And he's also edited my videos a little bit, so shout out to him. Go and get to the video, and shout out to shinronslayer.com. If you guys don't know about the website, please check it out and build your decks here like I am now. And I'll check out the articles and other videos you can find here through the website. There's a lot of things you can do here, and check out our team and our partners and everything else, and all the cards in the database, including future cards. First off, we're going to talk about the leader. We got the Warrior of Universe 7. So all of your Universe 7 cards basically have no specified cost. So you can play a yellow card with a blue energy, etc., etc. And also on the first side, he attacks. And if you when he attacks, you gain 5k if a Universe 7 is in your energy, and you draw a card. They try to make that a little balanced to make sure you play Universe 7 cards with this pretty good effect. Also, 4 life or less, you can untap 2 energy and flip this card over. Cool. First, start off with Ready to Fight Son Goku. Look at the top 3, grab a Universe 7 card. Pretty neat for digging into your combo pieces. Good 5k card, and it's blue, so that's important for your energy, so you can play your good extra cards, etc. Next off, we got the new Master Roshi Universe 7. He's pretty cool. He's basically the old Roshi, does yellow. If you guys know what he does, he's a counter attack, and yeah, he negates an attack, and he comes into play. Pretty exact same effect, just a different color. But it's important to have blue energy in this deck. So you could also side more copies of the other Roshi for more negates if you feel like you need something for that match. Got Dimension Magic, the best negate in the game, in my opinion. Just sparking 5 negate, untap 2 energies on your opponent's turn. Gives you more energy to play defense. Also very good if your opponent taps your energies down. 4 Senzu Beans, staple in every blue deck, in my opinion. You need to play 4 of these. I don't understand why you would cut down to 3. The format is still pretty aggro, and you need to be able to play defense and play offense. So, when yielding, it doesn't matter if you're tapped or not. Combo with this, untap an energy, which this guy was back at 4, but I understand why he's not. 4 super combos. If you're 5 or less for this one, and if your leader's Universe 7, you get to combo draw a card, gain 10k. This super combo may change, even though it's searchable by Ready to Fight, and that's the main reason you play it. But it is. There are different ways you can play super combos. You could play the sparking one, especially because you play a card that I'll talk about a little later on. Also, I forgot to talk about the backside. Cool thing about this leader, he's sort of like Soul Striker. If you have 3 or more Universe 7s in your energy area, you get hit. This card gains 5,000. Unlike Soul Striker, where you're 5 energy, you gain 5,000. Pretty neat. Auto attack, draw a card, and then you can take 1 card from your energy, add to your hand, and then place 1 card from your hand into your energy area. So it's basically like a pseudo stand-up, but it is not affected by board ghosts. Forgot to mention that. It's very important. Basically make sure that when you never really tapped out. Also, cool thing about it, you can charge, say, a card that you need late game, and then later on you can grab it whenever you're awakened. Pretty neat. So, to the next important card combo piece. Focus Monsoon Gohan and Burst Attack Gohan. Most of you know what Burst Attack does, but when he attacks, you draw. If you have 4 cards in your hand, you draw 2, and he's critical. Mainly important because he is a Universe 7 and a Son Gohan Adolescence. The other guy is mainly important because he's a blue barrier Son Gohan Adolescence. You play him on your turn 3 in most cases, just so you have a setup for your turn 4 combo out. If you don't know what results of training Son Gohan does, is this guy right here. He is a Universe 7 Son Gohan that you evolve for 4 over top of another Universe 7 Gohan. If there are 2 or more Universe 7 in your combo area, the card gains triple strike, so it's a finisher. Also, whenever the main part that's important about this, if your leader card is blue, which he is, choose up 3 Universe 7 with energy cost 3 or less from your hand and play them. So your hand kind of dumps out, play burst attacks and Piccolo cunning strategists, and that's your main 2 targets. I chose to go with the consistent ones, and this guy will make your hand go small. So, especially since Piccolo Cunning Strategist allows you to play Universe 7s from your hand, 4 or less, whenever you play them, but their effects are negated to the end of your opponent's to the end of your turn, which I will go into detail why it's important. But you also have, to activate this ability, you need to burst 3, so it fills your drop area. But can hurt your if you're trying to play a bunch of one-offs. So I try to eliminate the amount of one-offs in the deck because you don't want to mill out an important combo. So basically, your hand gets smaller for your Piccolo and your Gohan playing it. So you want to play max on a burst attack because you can play this from your hand and then attack and draw 2. Fill your hand back up. Very important. Also, your main targets for Piccolo, SSB, Vegeta, Universe 7, new card from draft box. He's a blocker, important because that will be turned on your opponent's turn. When you play this card, draw a card. It's not that important because you're going to be playing it and its effects are going to be negated into your opponent's turn. For your opponent's main phase, you untap an energy, which is pretty sweet. So it gives you another energy to play with. So you'll have at least 2 energy on your opponent's turn so that Universe 6 deck can't destroy you. And also it's a blocker set there for a mirror, etc. If you're playing against a non-Broly version that can just tap your guys down. Also, you got Ultra Instinct Goku, which is not really a target you want to play with this guy, but he is a target. 20k counterplay or counterattack. Play this card, which in this card's skills cannot be negated in any area by your opponent's skills. Typical Ultra Instinct final form. And when you play this card, you can choose out one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, return to your opponent's hand, and if it's your opponent's turn, draw a card. That's your main way of playing it. You want to hold your energy open on when it's your opponent's crazy turn, and then you're able to basically stop their turn if they're playing like a big bomb. Purunga doesn't really care about this card as much, but it will still stun them and make sure that they can't just kill you with 2 big boss monsters in one turn. But this is really good against Gogeta 7 and Awakened Power decks. So your secret rares. Very, very powerful card. I think it's crazy that your skill can't be negated, and it can just stun your opponent's entire turn. To the next card that you really want to play for Piccolo Cunning Strategist is Barrier. Activate Battle once per turn Bond 2, which Piccolo is a Namekian, so it gets the Bond 2. That's how Bond works. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less during Activate Battle, and then KO it. If you KO the card, draw a card. It's once per turn, though, so you got to keep that in mind to hold it whenever you need it. Very powerful effect, very good on defense, and it's not a Universe 7, but it's a Namekian, so you can play it off of Piccolo Cunning Strategist, which is very powerful. And then you got your combo to play card. This card is very powerful in this current format. If you don't understand why, you just need to be playing a little more. But this card is very weak against Shimmer decks because they don't really attack you. So this is energy against those matchups, but against the other decks, this is very powerful. And you always have an energy open on your opponent's turn with Sinju Bean and D-Magic, and it gives you another body to pressure. Mostly important for all these 15k battle cards and 20ks, your main win con is Food, Dark Banisher. This card is just proven to be one of the best overrun cards in the format. Costs 4 to overrun, 8 to overrun. 8 is not that hard to do in this deck because you're bursting 3 and you're trying to put a bunch of bodies on board, which normally if you can't keep those alive, then you would have enough cards in your drop. And also your Sparking 5 will be alive really quickly because of Piccolo. But your opponent can't activate skills unless they choose one card in their hand and warp it. So it hurts those decks like Janemba very badly. The Trompo card can put it in rest, which is something to note. But if you have a lot of battle cards on board that stayed alive, the damage will be done and they'll lose a lot of cards. And if they waste that much energy to chomp it, it's going to be really hard for them to defend. If you guys have any questions about this deck and this specific list, there are ways to play, other ways to play it. I will be showing those now. So, Vegeta options page. If you guys would want me to actually just like start making it where you're able to see some of these things on shimmeronglare.com, and I'll make them open for you guys to see them. But you got your 1-drop Awakening Talent Pan. You potentially side this card. 1-drop attack, take a life, goes out your hand in turn. Like I said earlier, match Roshi, extra counters. You can also try this blue-yellow build. That's why I showed these blue-yellow cards that you can play. This is a new Universe 7 card that relies on dual colors being your energy. It's pretty cool. You have the Ultra Instinct package, which right like some of these cards right here, some of these from the draft box. Also, a cool thing about this card right here, it is a Ultra Instinct target, and I believe it is. Yeah, it is. So, and you can also turn it into the Vegeta Strike package. It's not as powerful in this deck, in my opinion, but there are different ways to play this deck, and I wanted to talk about it. A lot of blue-yellow cards here. Universe 7 targets at all costs was very powerful in my original version with this deck, so I probably would side it still against the decks like that. Also, you have a Goku and a Vegeta you play that are both the same power, so you can play Gogeta in your side if you'd like. Free blockers because you're playing a lot of Gohans. This is the other counterplay if you'd rather play this one instead of Gohan, but the other one's blue, so I chose it. You have the counterplay cards. This guy can search out your 3-drop or less Gohan adolescence, so it can add this new guy, which can add back from the drop area, which is decent, which I might try this guy as another target. This Krillin, cool. Sorry. This guy is a mini removal card and takes a life, pretty decent. This is a removal card that's Gohan. I used to play it. Probably a tech card I would side against certain matchups that need me to board clear. And also very good. I guess it would be pretty good against the counterplay decks, but they would counterplay him, so it's very counter intuitive. I'd rather have the barrier guy, and then double strike. Obviously, you can take it in any deck. But if you guys have any questions about this kind of deck, please comment below. And I appreciate you guys watching. And once again, check out the other videos and subscribe and like these videos if you like more stuff like this. Sorry, this one couldn't be physical, but I don't have all these cards currently because some of them are in the draft box. But I appreciate you guys watching once again, and deuces.